ball pops loose, and Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score!
Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of April 27th. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson. Today on the show, highlights from a big golf tournament. And we'll meet a tennis dynamo from Wayzata in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Up first, the Hamline Elite track and field meet. For many of the top athletes, it's a dress rehearsal for the state meet at Hamline in early June. The best athletes from around the state, regardless of what class their team is in, are eligible to compete. Much like some recent state meets, a soggy night for this one. Boys 4x800 relay is close, but Hopkins takes a lead, and Jack Hemschel anchors the Royals to victory with a winning time of 8:06.73. Boys 4x200 is a great finish. Harrison Jones of Champlin Park and Ethan Tuke of Wayzata trying to catch North Akeem Sirleaf. Sirleaf legs out the win, but Tuke second, Jones third. Hopkins' Joe Klecker wins the 1600, and he sets a new meet record with a time of 4:13.89. In the boys' long jump, Champlin Park's Jonathan Johnson ties for third place. His best jump is 21 feet 3.5 inches. And in the girls' 800 meters, Wayzata junior Ruby Stauber is way ahead of the field. This is Stauber's first season running the 800, but she makes it look easy with a winning time of 2:26.01.
Another early season staple is the Tri-State Invitational Boys Golf Tournament. Brooklyn Park's Edinburgh, USA is the host course, and a nice but breezy day Saturday for day 2 of the 24-team 36-hole tournament. This is Matt Wall of Hopkins. Wall shot rounds of 79 and 81 to finish second on his team to Luke Nelson. Wayzata was tied for 4th place coming into day 2. Alex Beversdorf with a long birdie try on the second hole. He would make the next putt for a par, and he shot 166 for the tournament. Wayzata's top score for the 36 holes was turned in by Van Holmgren, here teeing off on number 5. Holmgren shot rounds of 73 and 82 for 165 total. Nice chip by Bobby Frassini on the par 5 4th hole. Frassini lands his shot about 4 feet from the cup. And then he'll drop that putt for a birdie. He finished third on the Trojans with a total of 168 rather. Bobby's brother Ben shot the team's low round on Saturday with a 74. As we look at the team scores, Wayzata will finish in 4th place. Edina is the team winner, 14 shots better than White Bear Lake. Lakeville South is 3rd. The Blake School rounds out the top 5. Among the other area teams, Hopkins finished in a tie for 11th place. Benilde St. Margaret's placed 13th, and Rogers came in 20th. Now to softball, where top-ranked Maple Grove continues to roll. The Crimson is unbeaten entering this week. Maple Grove at home to take on Hopkins on a rainy Friday. Bottom of the first, Maddie Gordon bunts toward third. The ball is thrown to first, but no one's covering. Sammy Sadler and Taylor Rostacker score on the play as Maple Grove jumps out to a quick 2-0 lead. In the 3rd inning, Hannah Lund smacks it to the gap in left center for the Crimson. Sarah Michael scores in the play, and the Crimson leads grows to 3-0 through 3. Sydney Smith gets into a groove for Maple Grove, striking out 5 of 6 hitters in this stretch, leaving Brenna Falk swinging here. Top of the 6th inning, the Royals break up the shutout. Cassie Hurwitz grounds a ground ball, a hit up the middle to score a run. Hopkins pulls within 3-1. The Royals try to continue the rally in the 7th, but Smith gets some help from right fielder Gordon, who makes a tremendous catch to help preserve a 3-1 win. Maple Grove faces Centennial, Minnetonka, and Elk River this week. Saturday proved to be a big day for a couple of local softball teams as they captured tournament titles. Osseo hasn't had a great start to the season, but the Orioles played well over the weekend to take the Shakopee Tournament Championship. They beat LeSueur Henderson 5-4 in the finals after whipping Winona and Big Lake. Osseo averaged just over 10 runs per game for the day. Tino Grace had plenty of offense on the way to claiming the Maranatha Christian Academy title. They pounded Byron 14-3 in the title game and scored in double digits in all 3 rounds. Host Maranatha beat Blake for 7th place.
In boys tennis, Armstrong is playing very well early this season. The Falcons meeting Tino Grace. Nikita Schnesko serves for Armstrong at number 1 singles against Patrick Riley. Schnesko goes with the backhand to each side of the court, and then he'll come in to put away an easy overhead winner. He takes the match 6-1, 6-1 for Armstrong. Hunter Fernelius serves to Grace's Elliot Becker in the number 2 singles match. Becker goes deep to the corner, and then he'll come to the net, but Fernelius is able to fool him with a backhander. Fernelius wins 6-0, 6-1 for Armstrong. The number 1 doubles, Grace serving, Rudy Lipovitz with the return, and then Matthew Holton will split the Eagles duo. The Armstrong team beats Ryan King and Tom Schnagel. To number 2 doubles, Grace is in the near court, and Kenneth Huang gets great hands on the net to take the point here for Totino Grace. He goes between the 2 Armstrong players. Same match, and they've switched sides now. Armstrong's Evan Gellner will split the TG duo with a volley. Gellner and J.D. Urban prevail as Armstrong wins it 7-0. The Falcons were second at the Lakeville South Invitational Saturday, beating Edina in the semis before losing to the host team 4-3 in the final. In adapted softball, the 6-time defending state PI division champion, Robbinsdale Hopkins Mound West Tonka PI team, has lost 3 games already this season. The Robins looking to turn that around as they hosted Osseo. In the first, James Charlton gets a hit up the middle for the Robins. Matthew Adams and Jimmy Flores score for an early lead on a double by Charlton, and there is more to come from the Robins. Jordan Klein goes opposite field down the line and right on a well-placed hit. Andy Hansen scores as the Robins get the maximum 5 runs in the first. In the second, Hansen hits a chopper to right. Tracy Knight and Flores scores. The Robins again score 5 times to go up 10-0 through 2 innings. Osseo does get a run in the third as Tyler Davis will pound a hit towards short. Navarro Tollefson races around to score from second base on the play, but that's all the runs the Orioles get in the inning. The bottom of the third, the Robins' Katie Besner gets an RBI as her hit will score Klein. The Robins add 4 in the inning on the way to a 19-1 win.
The Osseo CI Division adapted softball team representing all of District 279. It's off to a great start. The Orioles were at home to take on Mounds View. Bottom of the first inning, Osceo's Megan Thompson breaks a 3-3 tie with a base hit to left. Jason Robbins scores, and Osseo goes in front 4-3. Next batter, Alex Kreidler rips a shot just inside the third baseline. Thompson scores as the Orioles get the maximum 5 runs to lead 5-3 after 1 inning. In the second, Tulio Nicholas adds to the lead with a blast to center. Austin Nolder scores. Nicholas isn't far behind. It's a 2-run homer for a 7-3 lead. Kreidler gets an infield single and a hit to third that scores Mark Bazile. That makes it 10-3 Osseo. They again score 5 in the second inning. Fourth inning, Kreidler delivers a hit to left to score Robbins. Osseo improves to 4-0 on the season with a 15-5 win.
It's been quite a start for the Orioles, John, scoring a lot of runs in a lot of their games.
They're off to a great start so far this spring. Coming up on Sports Jam, a big baseball matchup between Maple Grove and Armstrong, plus lacrosse highlights. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Sports Jam.
Time to talk baseball. It was a rainy end of the week, and that showed up in the game featuring Section 6 3A opponents, Benilde St. Margaret's and Hopkins. Top of the first inning with 2 outs, and the Red Knights' Riley Simonetti pulls a ball deep down the line and right. It's gone for a solo home run, giving Benilde a 1-0 lead. Red Knights added a run in the second, but then Hopkins gets going with the bats in the bottom of the second. Tommy Gleason drives a ball to the fence in left field. Toby Hare comes in to score to get the Royals on the board. Later in the inning, Max Wiesner hits a ground ball over the bag at third for a hit. Alex Schwartz comes in to score to put Hopkins up 4-2. 6 of the Royals' runs came with 2 outs. Hare's grounder off the third baseman's glove for an error. Wiesner and John Cook score, and it's 7-2. 2 batters later, Robbie Palkert puts a good swing into this pitch and will drive it deep to left. It's gone for a 3-run homer. Palkert making it 10-2 there. Heavy rain stopped the game in the bottom of the 4th inning with Hopkins ahead 10-3. They'll resume play at that point this Thursday at 4 o'clock at Hopkins.
2 area teams who expect to contend in the Northwest Suburban met up in a good pitcher's duel as Armstrong paid a visit to Maple Grove to take on the Crimson. Facing Armstrong ace Jordan Kuznia, Maple Grove leadoff hitter Adam Brandt drives an 0-2 pitch deep over the fence and left. And a solo homer for Brandt leads off the bottom of the first. It is 1-0 Crimson. In the third, Maple Grove pitcher Brett Schultz fielding his position as he takes the comebacker and sees Mitch Verbatim straying off second, and he throws to second to get the lead runner. It's still 1-0. On to inning number 6, Armstrong's Jack Wibben bounces to second. Maple Grove takes the out at first, but Corey Gilbert dashes for home, just beats the throw to even the game at 1-1. The top of the 7th, Armstrong looking to steal a base and get into scoring position, but Drew Lewis guns him down to end the Falcons' threat. In the bottom of the 7th, the base is loaded for Maple Grove, and Austin Matheson comes through as his hit to left scores Lucas Burrington with the winning run. Maple Grove takes a thriller, 2-1.
Following a season-opening loss on April 2nd, the Providence Academy baseball team had put together a 5-game winning streak coming into their home afternoon showdown against IMAC conference opponent Breck. Bottom of the 2nd, bases loaded. Ben Art with a fly ball over the left fielder's head. Michael Burns tries to score from second base. He'll run over the Breck catcher, which is often against the rules in high school baseball. Danny Fofinski takes advantage. He also scores. And it's ruled that since the Breck catcher was in the base path and did not have possession of the ball, there was no rule violated, so it's a 3-run triple and a 4-0 Lions lead. Jackson Baird then singles up the middle, bring Arndt in, and it's 5-0. Providence isn't done. Jesse Barron golfs the low pitch to the outfield to score Baird for a 6-0 Lions lead. Bottom of the 5th inning, Arndt goes the other way for a 2-out base hit, score William Wade, and it's 7-2 Lions. Barron goes the distance on the hill for the win. 10-2 Providence Academy is the final.
Breck's girls lacrosse team faced a tough task trying to stay with rival and 5-time defending state champion Blake. Blake is in blue, and Annie Lyman finds a cutting Olivia Nolan for the goal, and the Bears lead at 1-0. From the free position, Sarah McClanahan gets it to Lyman to Lucy Nelson for the goal, and it's 3-1 Blake. Later in the first half, Emma Burke from alongside the net comes out front to fire the shot home, and the Bears dominate it, leading it 6-1. Second half action now, and Lucy Burton makes a nice run up the middle before dishing to Burke in close for the goal. It's 11-2 Bears. Lyman is patient and finds Shannon Ellis for the low shot and goal. Blake rolls to a 16-2 win over Breck. It's never over until it's over. That motto served the Wayzata girls lacrosse team well in a great battle with Hopkins. Hopkins is in the white uniforms, and they waste no time. Sammy Gallinson scores 11 seconds into the game. After Hopkins dominates early, Wayzata comes back hard. Meg Ransom scores one of her 4 goals to make it 4-4, and it's 5-5 at the half. Second half, Hopkins takes control again. Alina Boyce up the left side, takes a tumble but scores, and it's 7-5 Hopkins. McKenna Moe gets to the net and makes it 9-6 Royals, and it looks like they're in command of this one. But Wayzata storms back with 3 goals in just 30 seconds. Caitlin Riley ties it up 9-9 here. And they aren't happy with the tie. Ransom splits 3 defenders and banks it off the goalie and in. It's 10-9 Trojans. Hopkins, though, comes back with 18 seconds left on a goal by Gallinson, and this one heads to overtime, tied up at 10-10. The OT, though, is all Wayzata. Riley beats 4 defenders here to score. The Trojans take a wild one, 13-10.
In the boys' game, 4th-ranked Wayzata facing a Hopkins team that started the year 3-1. First quarter, Royals' Andrew Wallace-Jackson curling around behind the Trojans' net and scores, tying the game at 1. Wayzata, though, scores the next 3. Max Stecker cutting Grant Long for a quick shot and goal. It's 4-1 after 1. Second quarter, Stecker to Long again, who goes behind his back with the shot to score, and it's 5-1 Trojans. Wayzata scores 4 goals in the second. Stecker gets the first of his 2 goals late in the quarter, and the Trojans are up 8-1 at halftime. Hopkins did score 5 times in the 4th quarter, including a goal there from Eli Harrell, but it's not enough as Wayzata wins 10-6. Trojans are now 4-0. And we'll be hearing from the Wayzata boys later in the show.
Yeah, they're off to a great start again. Look like another good team. Up next in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a Wayzata tennis standout who will swing for another championship this season. Nick Beaty is the reigning Class AA state singles champion in boys tennis and will likely challenge for that title again this spring. Jason Melillo profiles the Wayzata Junior in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Nick Beaty referred to himself as an emotional person several times during our interview, but learning to control his emotions on the court is what's made Beaty the best tennis player in the state.
I'm really passionate about tennis and I get really into it, and it's just a matter of me using it correctly.
Beaty has also changed a lot physically over the years.
Well, he was Little Nick. I mean, that's what we called him, and now he's 6'3", so I think that's the first thing. Physically, he went from a kid that weighed probably 80 pounds to a kid now that is a young adult, so that's one. I mean, he puts the time into his game. I mean, he's gone from a guy that wins because, he just can keep more balls in play to a kid now that's on offense and really has all the shots and really no weakness.
The Wayzata boys tennis program has become one of the best in the state over the last decade. The Trojans own the last 2 state team titles, and Beaty is the reigning individual singles champion. That title was secured by Beaty in a hard-fought and very entertaining final last spring against Forest Lake's Toby Boyer.
It just, worked out where I was playing some of my best tennis at the right times, and it just didn't really matter how worried I was, or I really just felt good when I was playing. I was having a lot of fun, and everybody was being super supportive, and so that just made for a really good run.
Beaty plays tennis year-round, traveling to elite tournaments all over the United States. Those tournaments are a kind of necessary evil, according to Beaty, but he more than holds his own. In fact, some tennis recruiting websites rank Beaty as the best high school junior in the Midwest.
You have to play a wide variety of people, and I still lose around here to people, but you play everybody. If you play locally, you end up playing the same people every week, and you get bored of it a little bit, and you need to go and play nationals, and it's good for a variety of reasons too, and you can play the best kids in the country, and it's crazy.
Nick Beaty is verbally committed to play tennis at the University of Michigan, but for now, Beaty is set on leading the Trojans to another state title. Jason Melillo, 12 Sports.
Nick has a record of 11-1 this season entering the week, while Wayzata as a team is 7-2. Sports Jam returns in a moment as John talks lacrosse with the Wayzata boys.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. The Wayzata boys lacrosse team undefeated coming into this week. They are ranked in the top 5 in the state. They are 4-0, and 2 of their captains join us now on Sports Jam. Aaron Peterson and Grant Long. And Grant, talk about the team starting the first few weeks of the season. How have you seen your team play to this point?
Well, I've seen them play very well. We would like to finish games a little bit better, but in the first half, we're running our sets and we're playing very well.
From last year, what did you learn that you carried forward to this year?
I think just depth. We had really great depth last year, so recently we've been just trying to get as much people as we can to fill those spots that we're missing. So I think that's what we learned last year.
How much fun was last season, though? You get to 3rd place in the state.
It was great. Wayzata Lacrosse hasn't been there for a while, and just being able to go over there and play our hardest, it was really fun to go deep into state.
Each team has a different personality, a little distinctive difference between last year and this year and the year before. What would you say is different about this year's team?
I think just speed and tenacity. I mean, we're out there and we're running really hard up and down the field, and we got to get our stick skills up to par, but I think our speed is really good.
3 of your first 4 games have been on the road, but now you get to come home for a stretch of games. How much fun is that, being able to play at home?
It's really fun. We get more fans up there, and the better we do, it's just going to be great for us.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Aaron Peterson, another one of the captains for the Trojans. And Aaron, for you, it's a goalie. I know you like to be aggressive out there. How much confidence do you have in your teammates that you can take some chances out there and know that they've got your back?
Oh, 100%. We got big guys out there. They got my back 100% of the time. I got their back,
How much fun has the season been for you guys in practice and games, just getting ready for this year and how you've executed to this point?
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. We started in the winter, played some winter leagues, and we've just kept it rolling throughout the year. And it's been a lot of fun to come back and play with my boys.
How much does the off-season work help, playing in the winter and getting you set for spring rather than just picking it up for the first time in mid-March or so?
It makes all the difference out there. We start out and we actually have camps that a lot of other programs don't have, so we get to utilize having our coach full-time, and he helps us out a lot. We run a lot of programs.
Having the group that you have back from last year and the experience you have, how much does that help this team and potentially down the road to get back to the state tournament?
Yeah, it helps a lot. It helps a lot that we're all good friends too. We like to hang out outside of lacrosse and stuff too, and it really helps out having younger guys too. They get along with the older guys, and really helps out. Yep.
You got 3 games at home coming up this week: Minnetonka, Eden Prairie, and Lakeville North. How do you look at those teams, and what do they bring to the table?
Yeah, Coach, he keeps the schedule tough every year, and as a team, I think we like that challenge, and we're gonna get out there and you're gonna play our hardest, and I think I like our chances to get the W in those games.
Finally, as you look toward the end of the season, which will come up pretty quick here in another month or so, what does the team need to improve on as you get ready for section play?
I think just discipline. We come out strong, we get that puck in the net, and we need to do that in the 3rd and 4th quarter too. And if we get that done, we're going to be state champions this year.
Congratulations on the good start. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Aaron Peterson and Grant Long from the Wayzata boys lacrosse team. Great start for the Trojans. They defeated Hopkins in their last game, and again have 3 home games coming up this week. We'll take a break and come back with more on Sports Jam. First, our plays of the week.
Riley, nice pass out front. Oh, and Dion with a tremendous stop.
Two pitch called strike 3. Spring is here, and so are spring sports on Channel 12. Tune in for our full game coverage of the local teams in baseball, softball, plus girls and boys lacrosse.
And a liner, and Jellison snags it for the final out.
Watch all of the regular season games live on the web at 12.tv. Follow us on Twitter at 12 Sports for game information, plus all of the local sports highlights. Catch it all this spring on Channel 12.
Get moving again after the long winter by joining in on the Step to It Challenge from May 3rd through the 30th. Get more details at 12.tv under the In the Community tab.
Our game of the week is a good Northwest Suburban Conference boys lacrosse matchup. Defending conference champion Champlain Park visits Maple Grove Monday night. Watch it live at 12.tv or catch the replays Tuesday night at 7 or Saturday morning at 10 here on Channel 12. And that will do it for this week's show. Thanks for watching Sports Jam.
Looks like a promising week of weather. We'll have plenty of highlights for you next time here on the show. Thanks for watching.
Check out Channel 12's new mobile app, now available for Apple, Android, and Windows devices. Go to 12.tv for more information.
Sharing your passion starts with taking that first step. Take Will, for example. His first step was taking free TV classes at Northwest Community Television. He's learning production skills and now has access to cutting-edge equipment. He's working on local music productions, meeting new people, and gaining experience needed to produce his own show. Best of all, he's sharing his passion for music with others in his community. Share your passion. Visit nwct.org.